Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome back to another video. Okay, so here we are, you and I, hanging out once again. It's been about 2 months since my last video. That's a long time, especially for this channel. We have a lot to cover today. I've been spending a lot of time considering what to do with this channel. My life as of late, as of basically the last couple of months, has taken a dramatic turn, a dramatically wonderful turn of events. No turn, just it's going in a different direction to what it was many months back. So when I started the channel, I was living from a small caravan, and I spent a total of about 2 years in this caravan. And at the time, I needed to inquire into potentially just a way to get myself out of a tricky situation that I was in. Without going into too much detail, it was a rather limited experience of life, and so I decided to start up the YouTube channel in an attempt, or a hope, or rather answering a question of whether or not that might help create a little bit more opportunity to move forward in life. And anyway, so I did hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gaming videos, and deep dived into all sorts of different types of things, obviously playing a lot of Fallout 4. And kind of really, I suppose, having Fallout 4 as a core. And if you look on the channel at the playlists, you'll see that that is absolutely the case. So, the end of that 2 years, I moved into a little house, and I spent 6 months in that house continuing with the channel, creating various videos of different kinds, gameplay series, etc., etc. And at the end of the 6 months, we realized, myself and my partner, who lived with me, realized we didn't want to be in the house anymore. We wanted to move. And as many of you will know, a lot of you may not know, we moved into our vans. We bought a second van, one for me, and she's got her van, the one that she already had. And so we moved out about 2 months ago, and we've been living on the road ever since. After moving out, I realized, I had an inkling it was going to take me a bit of time to get kind of set up and get familiar with the lifestyle and get used to things. And at some point I imagined that I would probably reignite the channel and continue with the gaming stuff. However, being on the road, being in the world, relaxing very deeply, cultivating a very close relationship with my kids and with my new partner, being out in the earth with nature, feeling the wind, staying at the beaches, swimming in the oceans, fishing at the rivers, and sleeping under the stars often, has created a wonderful shift, a wonderful change, but drastic, very drastic shift, all for the better. But what it's meant is that I've practically done hardly any gaming. The last week, 10 days or so ago was school holidays, and we went to a little holiday house for a week. And actually, I spent a little bit of time gaming, being back in a house, playing a little bit of GTA, a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2, which I still haven't fully gotten into, but keep managing to get past the prologue. And something's changed inside me. I am not able to sit and play games for hours and hours anymore, and the world and the earth is far too enjoyable. My life it's so nice being out in the world. And so over the last couple of months, I have been kind of contemplating what to do with the channel. And I've come up with a few ideas. I did originally intend to generate a couple other channels with more of a lifestyle element, van life type thing, but one of the things that I did when I first started this channel was I radically, I massively compartmentalized my life, and my life at the time, living in the caravan, became a lot about the channel, very much focused on the channel, and obviously then a lot about gaming. And the rest of my life didn't quite get put on hold, but I just wasn't bringing any of my life to the channel. It was all just about the gaming. I would do the occasional update video here and there, but I was exploring like psychological realms in games, you know, some of the Fallout 4 content, character creation, role play, this type of thing. And it was very interesting, very fascinating, but none of it was real. It was all a kind of imagining, a creation of my brain, almost like an artistic kind of creative exploration, which is fine, but I don't do that anymore. I'm not doing it. And my real life, my body, my psychology, my health, my experience, my life is dominant, is absolutely now the dominating force, the dominant force on a day-to-day experience. And so I'm just not gaming anymore. And I honestly don't foresee myself really gaming that much. If I game occasionally, it'll be for maybe 20 minutes or half an hour in the evening and nothing too excessive. I might do that twice a week, if that. I haven't gamed in the last week since my kids have been back at school. I haven't touched anything. So this raises questions, doesn't it, as to what to do with the channel. And I have not yet come up with a definite answer to that question, but here's where I'm at with it. My daily life is so full, and I feel so full and so content with my life, and I no longer have any interest or ability even to deviate from my full life to sustain a project or a channel that is kind of compartmentalized and separate and feels quite disconnected from my real life. So I really have only, I think I really have only one option to test here, one option to try, and that is to attempt to transform the channel into something more akin to a personal vlog. Now, I think I will be leaving all of the gaming content on the channel so that you can still enjoy the gaming content if you so desire. I may not be able to, though, because one of the ways that YouTube works is it pushes all of the gaming content out there to attract an audience, and then people subscribe to the channel and come to the channel, I guess, expecting gaming content, and there isn't going to be any more. From what I can see for the foreseeable future, there's not going to be any more gaming content on the channel. Things may change at some point in the future. I just don't really feel it and can't really foresee that happening at this point. But so what I would have to do in that case, I suppose, is really delete all of the videos up to now and kind of start again with the same audience so that YouTube doesn't keep pushing out gaming content on the channel. But I don't know. I'm going to experiment with this, I suppose. I'm going to put this video out. Here's where I think you come into this. Let me tell you something a little bit about my own life. I've spent many years in what the term I use is cultivation, spiritual cultivation. Lots and lots and lots of meditation, lots and lots of self-inquiry and self-study, observation of psychology and certain states of mind and cultivation of certain states of mind. Very often, I don't really feel like talking. I don't tend to have experiences in a day which I hold on to, which I suddenly say, okay, I feel like I need to tell people about this. Or I feel like I want to show everybody what I'm doing. And so, in general, in my life, I spend more time in silence, just fine, doing my own thing, completely happy, not really involved with people very much. Certainly not getting too involved with worldly events and current events, although I do watch what's happening, I do see what's happening. I just don't like to be consumed by the chaos. What I experience is chaos and fragmentation, instability. I would rather spend my day quiet, calm, cultivating, training, physical training, mental training, and spending time closely with with my loved ones in kind of intimate experiences, in my intimate relationships, just sharing and training together and exploring and being happy. So I could potentially try to come up with things and conjure things. It just doesn't feel very natural. So come up with things and conjure things to try to create content around, but it just doesn't feel right to me. When I know that my life and my mind are so peaceful when I just let go of all of the drama and I let go of any kind of specialness, wanting to tell people things and wanting to show people things, that I relax and my health improves, my mental health improves, my physical health improves, and my spirit feels lighter and is happier, then I just don't really like to deviate too much into showing people things and getting too involved. So the reason I bring this up is because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the channel over to you. I'm not going to be gaming anymore. I don't really know what to do with the channel. I could come up with many things, as I just said, but I don't want to. I don't want to sit here thinking about ways that I can create really interesting content that people are going to love to watch and that's going to generate lots of money and that the YouTube algorithm is going to like, and I don't want to do it. So I'm not going to. Potentially this could be the end. This could be the final video on the Chill and Play Games channel. This could be the end. But I'm going to hand it over to you. Oh, also, feel free to do whatever you want with any of the content on the channel. I give you all permissions, all rights to download it, re-upload it, do what you want. You will never receive a copyright strike or anything such like that, copyright claim from me. If you want to download all of the series, I give you full permission to go ahead and do whatever you want with it. Upload it on your own channel, I don't care. Save it. The reason I say that is because maybe it will be deleted. There is a chance, I suppose, we could all wake up one morning and the Chill and Play Games channel is no longer there. But that won't happen yet. If it does happen, that won't happen yet. So here's where we're at for now. If you want to see more videos of me talking to you, saying hello, talking about things, you can get involved. You know how to comment. There's a Discord. Many of you are members of the Discord. I haven't been too active on the Discord since moving out of the van, since moving into the van. But a community could develop here on this channel. You could begin to talk to me and I could begin to talk to you. But I really don't have any interest in talking to myself, and I really don't have any interest in imagining what you might want me to say. If you have questions, if you would like to know me more, ask the questions down below. Say what you want to say. Tell me things about you and about your life. Maybe I will have questions for you once I get to know a bit more about you. Potentially a real relationship can be cultivated through these types of videos. And that's the only thing I'm interested in at the moment in my life is life, is real, not just real humanity, but real life. There is so much happening in the world. It's too much to go into here right now. But there are so many terrible and wonderful, those are different things, by the way. There are so many terrible things happening. There are so many wonderful things happening. And there are so many things happening in all of our lives, different for everyone. We're all in different places, and the world is evolving rapidly. and it's wonderful. It's very interesting. But there are also really crazy things happening, aren't there, in some parts of our life at the moment? And it feels like if I was to bury myself in the same kind of gaming content that I was doing before, many hours each day, 4, 5, 6 hours a day at times, creating gaming things, I feel like I'm not prioritizing my life appropriately if I was to do that now. Back then it served its purpose, but I've gone beyond it. So anyway, there are lots of really interesting things happening, and I think, personally, from my point of view, and actually I don't think this, but what I see in my daily life now is an incredibly, what I see is that this moment in our collective life is an incredibly important opportunity, and there is an incredibly important need for real humanity, for us to really connect, for us to really communicate about what is really going on here. What are we doing? Where are we being led? What is happening in society? There are so many fascinating and deep and wonderful questions to be explored. Now, I explore these internally all the time, all day long. And some people like to talk about this stuff, some people don't. I do. I love it. My mind is obsessed, in a good way, with this search for truth, this inward exploration, which leads one to really look very deeply at life and what's going on and see through a lot of the chaos and the illusions that are rampant in this modern society. Anyway, I'm kind of deviating a little bit, but what I'm saying is, if you want to hear more about that sort of thing, if you would like to have more of a personal impact in my life and cultivate more of a community and a relationship here where we are really talking, we are really engaging with each other. I'm not just making videos and putting them out there for you to watch, for anyone to watch, where you're watching something I made, but we're really engaging with deep and meaningful issues, and real human beings are cultivating real relationships, which to me feels more appropriate. I could do that, and I'd be prepared to do that. But it's up to you. This could be the end. This could be the last video. If there is no response from you, I will just leave it at that. And please do continue to enjoy whatever kind of gaming content you wish to enjoy on the channel. 760 of videos or something like that. If you watch one a day, you've got 2 years worth of content there. 2.5 years, 2+. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than 2 years. Anyway, my life is wonderful. I have no complaints. I'm well. My life is going every day in a better and more evolved and happier direction. And I feel like I'm really thriving in this new way of life in the van. That's why I've become so kind of isolated and quiet. I'm just happy. I'm content. And my relationships are thriving. Everyone around me that I'm communicating with, that I'm living with and working with, everyone is growing and evolving and becoming happier and becoming more free. And it's wonderful. So anyway, I just want to keep going with that. I don't want to return back to being in a box for extended periods of time. I understand I still have a love of games. I still watch people play games sometimes when I feel like watching a little bit of stuff on YouTube. And I understand that it absolutely has its place. But with the work I was doing, the way I was operating the channel, I just can't go back to that anymore. And so this is where things are at. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Maybe I will see you again in another video. Goodbye for now.